Alrighty, so I got the Mark 1 Spider Armor out. So like with these, there's no real way to save them. Like what I do is just kind of cut around here with like a thin knife. So that way, I can slide it back in there. I've been trying to salvage packages more, but like my closet's getting ate up with stuff, so then I might go on too long. Get them out of the package, I'm a little more impressed with it. I mean, it's Spider Man. Doesn't have like as much articulation, so it don't have like the butterfly joints in here. I think the black looks really good. Like it's kind of got like this, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like some ridges here. There's some like dots here. I mean, it's done really good. And the silver paint's all over, so I mean, there's some stuff here and there that looks a little wonky, like here in the here in the armpit or whatever. Looks a little weird there. I'm not sure how to explain that. And like I kind of like the eyes, like it has like this not black but gray color to it. So that's cool. Spider-Man logo is like comes up a little bit. Boots are well done. I mean, it's a good figure. Like I'm more impressed with it than I thought it would be. It's got two alternate hands, which are like the usual web slinging hands, and then there's two spider webs. And I'm not sure what these go to. Like there's not like an entry point to them or anything like that. Like I'm wondering if, I don't know. I guess they're just kind of for show, because, let's see. Like the only way I can think you can hold them is put one in here and just kind of wrap the fingers around it. I don't know. But that don't look right. I don't know. That just looks strange to me. So, I kind of like the armor look just with the fist, because he's more of like an attack mode. But I kind of remember this like in the 90s, like it was, in the 90s they were doing like all kinds of like Mr. Cool stuff, like you see like Cable, which I love Cable. But anyways, like, you kind of get it, like the armor stuff was something cool back then too. I'm not sure how functional it is now, but like, I mean, overall the look of it's not bad. So, alrighty. I mean, this one's, I mean, honestly, as far as quality wise, I think it's an 8. I mean, for a $22 figure, it's not bad. I just don't quite get the point of these. I don't know, but I'm not as creative as some people, so, is what it is. But those may just go back in the package for now. But, anyways, on to the next one. Alright, so this is the Mineralized Spider Man. Yeah, pretty much out of the package is just like the other Spider-Man, except for it's like, well, I have like the, whatchamacallit, the, butterfly joints. In the elbow there is like the red, which, I don't know, maybe it should have been blue. The head looks a little different from the body, like there's a slightly different shade of red. So I'm wondering if they just used the Spider-Man one over again. But I am liking the colors of it. I mean, like the extra blue in here looks really cool. Part of me is like, it kind of cuts off, feels abrupt here. Like I feel like there should have been more design here going into the bicep. It's done really well in the hands. So the fingers, well, the spider fingers, like on the inside it's just blue. The wristbands are kind of like a marbly silver, so they look kind of mute. I mean, he's got the body where you can just, you can really get some cool poses. Just show you real quick. So the only trick is just to get him to stand. So I mean, you can get him to like pose really dynamically, I guess you could say. Well, give him a stand. It's always a balancing issue. I don't know. Figure it out later. One thing I thought was weird though was like, now I know like the pins, they kind of do like the same color, you know, both sides. So like it's red here, but it shows up red here. So that's, you know, not too cool. I mean, really, I mean, like if you want to get him posing good, don't, you know, you can do it. So I like that about it. So he has two kind of open hands, like where one would go down and kind of hold himself up, I guess. Then he has two fisted hands. And I like they kept that theme where it's just like the webbing design is just on that part. So all the hands look all the same, you know. So yeah, I mean, I don't think they've met a Ben Riley. I think this is like in the 90s too. So that was pretty cool to have. All right, so on to the next one. All right, so this is the one I was like the most excited about. Was Hammerhead, because I don't think I've ever seen a Hammerhead figure. I mean, like I'm not a big fan of the character, but it's like something different, you know, kind of like a Mob Balls figure. I'm really loving the head, like just this grimace look to him. I love that. Oh, there's a ton of wrinkles like in the cheeks and the mouth and the forehead and everything like that. Like it's just really well done. And the fly top's really done well. I like that they added like some hair detail here too. You know, it's all over too, but like it's just not flat and smooth on top. Body wise, you know, we've kind of seen this mold before. Kind of reminds me of like a Nick Cage or almost right, Nick Fury, like Nick Cage. So nothing new there, but I think it works really good. Like the navy blue with the black pinstripes, and it's all the way through. Only places it's really not done is here in the shoulders, which, you know, well, I mean, they kind of went all the way to the armpit right there, so that's good. And it's one of those, like, when you rotate body parts, like you rotate the bicep, it still kind of falls in line, you know, like it's not going to be two-way off. So I like that about it. You know, it has good articulation. I will say, like, this jacket does kind of limit what can be done there. Double joint knees. I like that they painted this, but I just don't see the point of double jointed knees. Like, I always appreciate that, you know, but like it's like okay. What is this thing? Heel? So I guess this is upside down. I don't know. I don't know if you can see that, but it's supposed to say heel, but it's like you have to turn the other way. I don't know. H-E-A-L. No, that's not right. Because the A would be backwards. I don't know. Because the A is there. I'm trying to get that. Like, I don't quite. I thought it was heel, but it's not quite right. Because the H is, you know, the E's upside down though, so I don't know. So there's that. Does come with a baseball bat, so and it's pretty solid. Doesn't really bend too easily. It's really smooth. So, and there's two hands. So this is his alternate right hand and the left hand. So with the left hand, you have, you know, kind of like a gripping hand, or I'm sorry, the right hand's a gripping hand. Left hand's more like a holding hand. So if I'm assuming that's right. One thing I like too, let me show you with this hand, is like they kind of concaved it. So you can see this like kind of goes in a little bit, so that hides that joint gap. So whenever you pop in different hands, you don't see it. Like it doesn't. You have to really look to see that. I like that a lot. So let's see. Put the bat in his hand, and so he can kind of hold it. So, like so. Well. Kinda. So like when I do it like that, like it wants to pop out, so I have to work some things. I don't know. You can kind of work it out though, but yeah, that's the gist of it. It's hard for me to get away from the brass knuckles. Like I like that look. I will probably have it like this. Like I just think that's a cool pose. Baseball bat, brass knuckles. Just kind of like an old school gangster or something like that. That's one thing I like about Spider-Man villains is like, you know, some of them are just, I don't know, such a variety of them. Like, I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan, but like, I like there's like just kind of thug guys, and there's like, you know, super powerful guys like, you know, Rhino and, you know, Green Goblin's pretty powerful too, but, or Lizard or something like that. I like the variety of villains. So that is, we're about halfway through, so on to the next one. Alright, so I got a shocker out of the package. I don't know, I kind of got more disappointed in this as I was unwrapping them. So I sort of missed out on the one that came out a few years ago. You know, I'm kind of glad to have them too, but like it's just, I don't know, just not very interesting figure. Pretty basic mold, but I do like that they put the little lines in here, so it's not just painted on, you can actually feel the grooves in there. Not sure what the V stands for. Maybe volts? I don't know. I do notice like a kind of a color change here. It looks a little darker here than this. It's ratcheted. Well, no. The head has not much movement, but I guess it don't really matter. On the back, I got a little brown right there. I like the bands. Like they have like this silver look to them, so that's kind of cool. So, I don't know, not a whole lot to it. The alternate hands are like kind of powering up hands or something like that. I don't know. And these are a bit different. Like they're supposed to pop off there, which I'm gonna do here in just a second. These energy effects we've seen before with, oh boy, Silver Surfer, Havoc, Polaris, Magneto. You could probably name a dozen more, but we've seen them before. Whoop-de-doo. So I'm gonna switch these out real quick, just see how they work. So there's the peg right there. Isn't good. And there we go. So looks good. Pop in just good. I don't know, God, I'm kind of getting tired of these things. I don't know, like I know like there's little holes in here, and you can kind of finagle it a little bit and try to get his hands in there. So this thing right here is supposed to go around the wrist, but his wrist is kind of, well, if you can get through like that, it actually might hold a little better than the other one. So this might actually work a little better. I don't know. So let's see. Okay, so I kind of like that. Like what I did was like the little piece inside, I put around the wrist on the inside of it. And it seems to hold better because these, if you've had Havoc or Polaris and Magneto, you know, it's a pain to get them on and like they just fall off because you're like trying to get them around the wrist are too small. Get them on the fingers, they fall off. This here seems to work a little better. That actually don't look bad because it's kind of like coming out, you know. So yeah, that's not bad. So I'm cool with that. I'm gonna do a little more with the wrist. I don't know. Oh, so there's not a. Oh, okay. There's not a wrist thing, so you kind of have to work with the forearm. So that makes sense. So it might work better to do like a fist here. I don't know, for some reason I always have my characters facing like, trying to think of a decent pose for them. But I always have them like kind of like this, you know, just like you can see, like that one's kind of facing towards his left, you know, and that seems to work a little better. Okay, so yeah, that's not bad. But just to kind of explain, I'll make some room because I'm gonna try to get all these somewhere. Well, stay, good. All right. So there's not a wrist hinge, and that's what these two. So it's kind of one of each what those fists look like. But yeah, there's no wrist hinge, so that's interesting. Not a big deal or anything. I just thought that was, I don't know. I guess it works with a bracer because it covers up his whole forearm. So anyways, so on to the next two. All right, so now to the second to last. So this is a Symbiote Spider Man. Same body mold as like with the Ben Reilly and the other Spider-Mans. Has like the butterfly joint here, so you can really stretch that out. You know, this is one that's like, I think this one's probably gonna be one of the hardest ones to find. Maybe besides Hammerhead, because it's just, you know, when Symbiote Spider-Man comes out, everybody just grabs it because they're hard to find. Wow, I didn't realize how far up his head could look. That's pretty cool. And down. So yeah, there's like a thing here, so you can really, golly. So I mean, you could, you know, get him very well posed, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So I mean, yeah, this is you know, this is a really good figure. It's just that I've got the other one that came with Craven 2-pack. So I'll got him over the side here, just do a comparison. Golly, let's see, get that there. There you go. Thanks. Stay. So we do have the two web shooting hands. So there's those. And two kind of like the open palm hand. I'm not sure what kind of expression that is, but there it is. And so this is the one that came with the that one. And at first glance I was like, oh man, they're identical, but like the more I mess with them, I'm like, okay, they're a little bit different. So this one's got much wider eyes. You can kind of see that. This one here is black all the way up into the arms. This one here is like got a little bit of white. Let's see. And I noticed too with the hands, because I mean there's other hands with this one. I just kind of got in my storage, but like they have the dot in there. So the other one's got it too. It's not like a misprint, it's just with it. And I had them like in the Secret Wars #8 kind of pose or trying to do it. The body is a bit different. Like this, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like it's thicker. So this one here is a lot thinner than this one. So, I mean, the body, yeah, it's different because like this has got an ab crunch. So it's just like that. It does have that thing on the back of the neck where it can kind of lean up more. But this one has like it has a crunch. Well, let's see. It has a crunch. God, how do you do that? I don't know. It's like it's got a crunch here, but I can't get it to do it. But it has like the diaphragm thing too. So yeah, they're not identical. I was thinking like, oh man, they just threw in another Spider-Man, you know. But yeah, this body mold is more like this one. So it's a little bit thicker and more to it, I guess. So I don't know. I don't get that. Like, I guess I have kind of get to work it in or something. But anyways, so yeah, this one's probably going to be like a kind of hard to find one. Like I've seen this wave pretty regularly when I go out, but like, you know, I usually either don't see him or I don't see Ben Riley or I don't see Hammerhead. Everybody else I pretty much see pretty well. But anyways, so yeah, I'm kind of surprised that it's not identical. Well, I'm actually glad that it's not identical and put that correctly. All right, so the last one is Hobgoblin. I've got the other one, and I'm gonna do like a comparison with that one as well. So, okay. All right, so I noticed something odd. This is the Hobgoblin, the last one here. I noticed like his cloak is orange, but like the rest of his other parts are yellow. And I look at the package, and like you can see that it was all orange. So I thought that was strange. So that was kind of like, okay. So this is a lot like the one I've got, and I'll bring it over here in just a moment. Definitely has a creepy look. The red eyes, has like the black outline, which is really cool looking. The head is separate from the cape. So the other one I had like alternate heads, so you can pop it off. So this is kind of the same functionality. The arms and the legs are kind of just like this blue basic mold. The torso looks like it's a little bit different, so you can see like little parts that like look like there's this cloth, you know, like you can see like kind of the wrinkles in the shirt there. Let's see. I do like the thing comes all the way back, which I'm not sure if the other one does too. The cape looks really tethered, so that's cool too. Those look really good. Yeah, overall, it's a cool looking figure. Stand over here and I'll go over the accessories. Well, come on. Well, he stood earlier, I swear. So, at the beginning of this part of the video, he was. Okay, fingers crossed. I really like the pumpkin bomb. It's kind of like got this translucent look. Like, I don't know, you can see, like, I put my finger behind there, you can kind of see the color changes a little bit. The tip of it's like this orange with like the orange eyes and mouth. So I think they did a really good job on that. Even has like the pumpkin ridges here too. The pouch is purple. So there's that. Let's see. And then the glider is purple as well. I do like this, like the demon head with the red eyes and the horns. Everything else is just purple. So, so I've got the other one here, and honestly, the pouch looks almost identical, except for this one's brown. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, this one's got like the painted buckle and everything too. Let's see. Stand him off to the side real quick. Stay. The gliders are different though, so like this one is much wider than this one. So it's kind of flatter, and like I'm starting to concern about this because like it looks like his feet will go in at an angle. almost 45 degrees where these are more flat. Like I noticed like once I put his feet, this one's feet and this one seems to stand a little better, and I'm kind of concerned about this one, which I'm going to try to do here in just a little bit. But yeah, the gliders are totally different. So there's that. Now as far as the mold, it looks almost identical. I mean, like the belt here with this one is not as movable as this one. The only thing is like it's got the scales on the arms and legs. This one don't. And also too, like the boots are a little different. So this have like the pointy boots, this doesn't. Has like the longer boot cover. The forearms have like a different thing. The faces are identical, even like back here. And the capes are identical too. So, you know, obviously this is, I don't know, it's kind of like fall versus spring. I don't know. If you want to change out your hobgoblins depending on the season, I guess you could do that. This one's like a more brighter look to it. I'm going to try this thing with the glider real quick. One thing that's kind of concerning me is like there's no pointy toes, so I'm sure that's going to work. Let's see. Golly, that looks bad. So, that's, well, let's see. Trying to get his feet to like a point where they go in and like stay in, and not having much luck. So it's almost like he just, I don't know, like he's, try to get him balanced there for a moment. So like his feet are not going all the way in. I don't know if you can see that. It's just kind of like the toes are going halfway in. The thing at the angle is kind of makes it harder to do. So you have to really rotate his, well, I guess you rotate the calf too. I don't know. Just the more and more I mess with it, it's just weird looking. So I guess you can just kind of shove his foot in there too. So I feel like there's a point where you can just shove it in there and it will stay better. But it's not quite doing that for me. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's like that's as far as it'll go. It's just kind of like past the toes a little bit. I mean, it stands, but it's like, you know, I don't know. It just looks odd. Like, because if I get his, I got the purse I had to put on too. So I'm guessing I'm going to have to take off. So I'm kind of looking at this one too. It looks like they had to take off the head, the cape, and then put it around there because unless you can go through the bottom or something, I don't know. Which I may try. Yeah, I'm gonna go through there. Okay, there we go. So, yep, there we go. Pop that back on. Let's see. So yeah, that goes on good. I mean, just like the other one, you know. This, you know, kind of dangles a little bit, but it's on there, you know, so no problems at all there. Let's see, when he holds a pumpkin bomb, this is always like kind of tricky with these because it's like you want them to hold it, but it's like, it's weird. You have to find like that sweet spot. You can't just like pop it in his hand, and there it goes. So that's pretty good. Okay. And the glider, I just ain't gonna mess with it, I don't think. Like, I mean, with this one, I'll just kind of show you to compare. Like, I feel like this one would go in there better. So I think this is the one I had the most concerns about. Like, you know, I was looking forward to getting another one, but like, I felt like this one just, yeah, I mean, like, even with that, like, his feet are flat, so he's more balanced. His toes don't go quite in that well, but still, this glider, like, I mean, it's way better. So, I don't know. May not even hold that, I don't know. So if I compare him to this one, like, the one thing I like about this one too is like he's got the pointy toes. So it kind of helps his feet in there a little better. You do have to kind of work it in, but like you can see that like his feet get in there better, you know? And those pointy toes kind of keep them in there too. So, so that's the wave. Let's see. Let me try to get them all in like one shot just to kind of give them all space, and then we'll do what was your favorite and your worst? Okay. So my favorite one is Hammerhead. I like that one a lot. Like, it's just unique and all that good stuff. Like, honestly, whenever I heard about this wave, he was the only one that I was like, oh yeah, I've got to get him, you know? My second one is probably the Ben O'Reilly one, which was over here. I don't know, I just like the color. It's just, color stands out. It's a good body mold. You know, it's not drastically different from Spider-Man. It's basically with a new paint job and some bracers, but I really like that. So that's number 2. Number 3 for me. God. I think 3 for me is probably this one. Now I've got the other one. I still like the other one a little better, but I like this one just to have a different kind of thicker Spider-Man, I guess. So that's, you know, that was surprising. Next one after that, Shocker, which I just don't have a Shocker, you know, that's kind of why. And this one's probably next to last. I do like it. I was more impressed with it. I thought this would be the worst one, but I actually do like it now that I have it out. But this one here is probably my least favorite, and just really comparing it to the other one. Oops. The other one, I'm just pretty disappointed. It just feels like it wasn't as well thought out as the other one. I think the other one just, and I mean, you're getting a better glider with the other one. You're getting scales. You're getting a more consistent paint job. You know, it's just overall, it's just a better figure. I think they just kind of messed up on that. So yeah, I mean, like I know, like with these two especially, you can't find these anymore. The other waves are like several years back, so yeah, you're probably not gonna find them. But still, you know, maybe it's worth a few extra bucks. I'm not sure what the price comparison is now. To maybe go after them, you know, especially the Hobgoblin, you know. You know, and with this one here too, it's just the bodies are different, you know. So that might make a change there too. So, but yeah, overall, this is really cool wave. You know, I'm looking forward to more Spider-Man stuff coming out. Like, I pre-ordered the Rhino. That was like supposed to come out. It's like the retro package, but it's like the big one. Because I know like the Build-A-Figure Rhino is just getting astronomical right now. So, you know, to find one that's like less than 40 bucks is pretty cool, and it looks good. Hopefully it will be good, but only time will tell. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got, you know. So if you're getting this wave or got some of these and, you know, want to share your opinion on it as well, feel free to do so. And thanks for watching.